The youngest, number 8. I have one son, Josh, and his wife just had their first daughter, so I'm a grandmother now. And I'm really not one for public speaking. I had 7 older siblings, and they all were talkers. And then my other brother's an attorney and accountant, and so I never really had to worry about saying anything in front of it, because I had plenty of other siblings that could do it and do it well. So forgive me if I'm stumbling a little bit, because I'm usually behind the scenes making sure stuff gets done. So, but one thing I wanted to say, they're saying Mom had a lot of old sayings, and she did. And
we call them momisms.
yeah, we called them momisms. And so I had a few of them here, and some of them you might have heard before. Is I know Ray, my brother Ray, he shared with me that Mom told him that one monkey don't stop no show. And I have the email where he emailed that to me. And so that was one of her sayings. She had a way of encouraging you, and it was sometimes non-traditional. When I was young, it was like if someone did a bad job as kids, we said, "Oh, you suck," you know. And so my mom, she would twist this saying around, and she would say, "If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed." And so I always remembered that, and it was funny, but it was like, okay, if you're doing a bad job, just keep going, and don't stop. And so that was another one of her sayings. Another one that she used to say is, like we say, "How long did so-and-so do so-and-so?" And then she would say, "Long as John stayed in the Army." And I remember, I think one time I said, well, how long did John stay in the Army? I said, "I don't even know if he went." And so, but anyway, those are a few of her sayings. There's so many. I guess they come from Mississippi, or maybe just from her. I'm not. Oh, somebody that's really cheap. She would say that he's tight as Dick's hat band. I don't know.
That's a Southern saying.
That's a Southern. Yeah. And so, but like the others said, you know, the one thing that will stick the most is, you know, just like with Marlene, she helped me to accept Christ. I was very shy. I didn't want to go and walk up in front of everybody when in the service. So she told me, she said, "After service, go up there." And I said, "Oh, okay." And so after service, I went up there because I wanted to. And she knew I wanted to, but I was just nervous to walk in front of a lot of people. So I was baptized right back there with Reverend Lloyd Williams. And so I can thank her for that. And I know when I had my son, she came out to Long Beach and spent those 2 weeks with me, and just, it was so comforting to have her there. And I remember she had my son Josh in the backyard underneath the apple tree. And I guess she was talking to him and singing to him, and by the end of that week, Josh had this beautiful tan. He was like, from being out in the sun, you know, underneath that tree. And she really impacted him also. They had many long talks because he came out here for college. And he's never forgot that. He's even recorded some of their conversations. So, yeah, he really wanted to be here, but he couldn't. But anyway, I don't want to be a long talker. And again, I thank you all for coming. And I think it's just a joyous occasion, and I'm just glad to be here and glad she's here, that we can all just, you know, enjoy and fellowship together.
Amen.